Crimea pyramids, thought to be 65 million years old, and they could be there since the time of the dinosaurs. This is a map of it. You can see that there's 7 or 8 pyramids in a straight line right there on the coast of Crimea. Crimea is an ancient Greek civilization, and we know that Greeks were, of course, very fond of making pyramids. They say that they were the pyramid builders of Egypt. Now, there's not much information about these pyramids. They are said to be 7 in all, but we know for sure these 2 things. They are the oldest on the planet, and that they are actually there. A Ukrainian scientist discovered the oldest pyramid in the world back in 31st of August 2012, and the most interesting is that it was discovered in the most beautiful corner of the country of Russia, in the Sevastopol area of Crimea. And this is an area on the Black Sea, just across from Istanbul, Constantinople. And it's very ancient, as we can see right there. It's in a straight line, which is very mysterious. Kindly support my Patreon account, since YouTube has again demonetized my YouTube channel. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. And here it is again. That's exactly where they're located. Now, according to the ICTV channel, the finding was revealed by accident when, during tests of alternative methods of finding water, Ukrainian scientist Vitaly Go discovered an unknown underground structure, which turned out to be a giant pyramid 45 meters high and about 72 meters long. Go said that the pyramid was built during the dinosaur era. The Pyramid of Crimea has a truncated top like a Mayan pyramid, but its appearance looked more like an Egyptian. Internally, it's hollow, and a mummy of an unknown creature is buried beneath the foundations. One of the diagrams from the team, which explains the construction under the foundations, they said, is a small body in the shape of a mummy, about 1.3 to 1.4 meters in diameter, with a crown on its head. So it must have been some kind of a king. Now we know that we have, I remember when I was in Thebes, which is about an hour ride north of Athens by car. Thebes, it's an ancient city. It was much more advanced in culture than Athens was, ancient Athens. But as we were going around the city, which is quite small, it's not very big, and that's where also the tomb of the evangelist Luke is, in that city, I noticed a mound, like a hill, with pine trees growing on it. Now, pine trees, we know, have very, very shallow roots. They can grow on anything. I had little sprouts of pine trees growing on my windshield, I remember once. But anyway, I noticed steps with right angles on that hill. And I told the people that were with me in the car, because they asked me to drive them there, I said, that's not a regular mountain or hill. It's constructed, and it's got grass and trees growing on it. And they said, oh, don't be silly. Everything you're looking at, you're becoming a real conspiracy theorist. It's just a little mountain and a little hill. I said, no, because the first step is this block. The second step is half the size of the first block. And the third step is half the size of the second block, so on and so forth. And I know, because my eyes are very attuned to construction, because my parents were both architects. And also I built my own house, so I know a little bit about these things. And then I looked into it, and I found that, yes, that's where the twin brothers of that established the city of Thebes are buried under there. And when they took LiDAR pictures of that area, they found that there was someone buried there. And when I asked some people around me that knew, they said, yeah, the mythology says that the king, the founder of Thebes is supposedly buried under that pyramid. So it looks like these pyramids in Crimea, which was a Greek area, Ukraine means akri, means corner, that's where, and Crimea means, again, corner, are Greek words. But anyway, there's a mummy with some type of a crown on its head under this pyramid. One of these pyramids that this Mr. Go found while they were trying to find water. Now, the tunnel inside the pyramid, there's a tunnel inside. There is an echo chamber called the Sphinx, and the pyramids were built in the age of the dinosaurs, he says. This is what the scientist in his interview said to ICTV. Now, it remains unknown who built these pyramids. More than 20 committees, including international committees, have visited the country recently, and most scientists believe that the underground pyramids of Sevastopol confirm the assumption of the American scientists that 65 million years ago, an ancient civilization was destroyed by the fall of a giant meteorite. Now, is this the cause of very much concern concerning these old pyramids on Earth found buried in Crimea of what used to be the Ukraine, is now part of Russia? So this is very compelling and intriguing. So the Ukraine researchers have come across one of the most important discoveries they accidentally discovered of the megalithic constructions, pyramids in the peninsula of Crimea, well known in ancient history for archaeological and historical treasures from different cultures and ancient civilizations ranging from the Greeks and Romans to the Genoese and the Ottomans and Turks. Crimea is an autonomous republic, as we know. It was, but then it became part of Russia, located on the northern coast of the Black Sea. Now, 1999, Vitaly Go, who was working for the Soviet military for over 30 years, after his long career in the Soviet military, Go decided to become a researcher, which led him to the discovery of these pyramids. And Go claims that just like there were submerged towns in the region, there were buried pyramids and other megalithic structures as well in the Crimean, throughout the whole Crimean Peninsula. But we're talking about these 7 underground pyramids. 7 underground pyramids, just south of Yalta. And Yalta, we know, is a very well-known resort for the Soviets at that time. They used to go having their vacations there for swimming. Now, Go was a former engineer, thus he had very good knowledge with magnetic resonance instruments. Go even built a device to search for subterranean deposits of water, since the area of Sevastopol had very poor water supplies. And according to his website, the devices invented by him, Vitaly Go, method of geoholography and geohydrodiagnostics, enable the detection of elements of the Mendeleev periodic table. As we know, the periodic table was made by Mendeleev, who was Russian. So with this method, he could find oil and gas deposits and various kinds of materials, objects both in the earth and in the areas of remote space as well. The devices use analogs or models in order to record structural field or the snapshot of the planets and stars, constellations, areas of space, executed by means of satellites or telescopes. And thanks to his instruments, Go was able to discover several limestone blocks which had regular dimensions, about 1.5 and 1.1.5 to 2.5 meters, and Go and his team assume these were of artificial origin. Interestingly, the instrument invented by Go also revealed that from the top of one of the structures, 3 beams of energy emanated at frequencies of 90 by 109 hertz, 700 by 109 hertz, 500 by 109 hertz, and around the pyramid a field of 10 by 109 hertz was found. Go and his team stated that the surrounding layers of one of the structures revealed that the underground pyramid was originally above the surface in open air, but due to flooding, the whole area sank together with the structures. Now, we also have, of course, many other underground megalithic things. For example, on the coast of Japan, the underground megalithic structures. Now, according to ICTV and Crimean News Agency, the scientist Vitaly Gode discovered the unknown underground structure, which proved to be a giant pyramid, 45 meters in height and length of about 72 meters. And Gode said that the pyramid was built during the time of the dinosaurs, that is, 65 million years ago. The Crimean pyramid has a truncated top, as we said, like the Mayan pyramids, but its appearance is more like an Egyptian one, and it's hollow inside, and a mummy of the unknown creature is buried under there, which also has a crown. And we have to mention that until today, the information regarding the veracity and existence of the pyramids has not been proven nor accepted by archaeologists. Well, it's very difficult to get in there, as we know. This is part of Russia, and I'm sure that even if you do get a permit to go there, you'll be followed like a hawk, asking you what you're doing. Anyway, I'll leave links below for you for this. I've translated this from a Greek article, also on ancient codes, some information. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Here we are on Google Earth, and this is the Mediterranean area, as we can see here. And this is where Crimea is, right here. And it's just across from Greece, basically. This whole area was once ancient Greece. But this is Istanbul here, the Bosporus Strait, and just across there is Crimea. Let's just zoom in to see what we can find there. Okay, this is the area of Yalta. This is Sevastopol. There's Yalta right there. And let's see what we can find there. So this is the area where we said before that we had those 7 pyramids. This is the area right here in that line. And this is exactly where they had found the giant monolithic towns as well, the ancient towns as well. Okay, some lakes around there. Obviously, these are underground pyramids, so we won't be able to see them here. Okay. There have been people that, using satellite imagery, have found various things worldwide, even impact craters. Okay, that's it right there. Basically, this is all built up over here. And it just basically goes across that line. Seems to be some mining here. Okay. Basically, they were all across this line right here. Okay, thank you for your support. And if you have any ideas, please leave your comments. Thank you.